my thanks for joining today. It is my pleasure to be your host. And while we are giving the chance to others to join, please note that we have prepared as an icebreaker a couple of Menti pool. And with this, we would like to know something about you. My colleague Laura, that together with Francesca will help me today, will share the screen, and you can already see in the chat the link for joining the Menti pool. With the first question, we would like to know where are you from, because we notice from the registration that we are a very spread audience registered, so we are really pleased of this. So a lot of people from Germany, Berlin, Ireland, Italy, of course, Bologna, Milano, Glasgow too, Austria, Turkey. Wow. We have also Greece. That's great. In the room, actually, there are 48 people. Thank you again for joining. And we have a second question for you. We would also like to know which kind of organization you are representing today. I beg pardon to Istituto Serpieri, because I know that we have a lot of people today with us from this college based in Bologna. And I would like to thank them to be here with us. We have representatives also from local authority, some from academia, from university, and from enterprises. While we are receiving more answers to the poll, I would also make an additional note. We are recording the webinar today so that we can share it with others that are not able to join live this afternoon. And I hope that this is fine with you all. Okay, thank you for answering. I would like to welcome to this webinar, which is hosted by Connecting Nature Enterprise Platform. My name is Valeria Sacchini, and I am the ambassador for the Sustainable Agriculture and Food Chain community on the platform itself. In the coming weeks, the platform is preparing for you a lot of opportunities. Then I would like to invite you all to stay tuned and have a look at the event page in the platform. The platform main goal is to provide nature-based solution practitioners with a space to share and discuss about barriers, challenges, but also to share good practices, successful experience, and let me say above all, networking, so as to join force and boost nature-based economy. The platform is a marketplace. Then if you have not already done so, please be aware that you can register to the platform not only as a user, but you can also register your organization as an MBA. This will bring to you and to your organization more visibility and allow you to promote your services and the product in the marketplace. Before starting, I'd like also to remind you that you can place your questions and comments in the chat, and we will try to get to as many as we can during the session today. And thank again to Laura and Francesca in animating the chat, and to Fiona too. Right now they are posting in the chat another link to a very short survey. With this survey, we would like to ask our speakers and attendees to tell us about their services,
Pronto?
their product, their project, so that we could share and promote it throughout the Connecting Nature Enterprise platform. In this way, we will help us also in better animate the sustainable agriculture community. Now, let me say something about me. I'm based in the metropolitan city of Bologna, which is in an association of 55 municipalities in Italy with more than 1 million inhabitants. In particular, I'm based at the Economic Development Department, and I'm engaged in different European projects aiming to support new entrepreneurship and innovation process, among which Connecting Nature Horizon 2020 and the Erasmus Plus Sesam, which will be introduced today, but not only. In today's webinar, we will be exploring how new competence and skills should play a pivotal role, looking in particular to the sustainable agriculture and food chain sector. Clearly, we do not have the claim in an hour to be able to exhaust the matter, not even to argue in detail, as it is a new, broad and complex topic. Our goal for today is to sow some seeds, start a discussion, which we hope will bear some fruit over the time. What we will try to do today is mainly to capture some information and lessons, learning from some front runners who in turn are learning by doing. When we look at nature-based solutions, and in particular to the ones linked to sustainable agriculture and food, we need to refer to innovation, which covers technical, organizational, and social aspects. We need also to think about relationship with the market, the supply chain, distribution, and communities. With regard to skills and competences, until recently, the classical professional figures related to the agriculture sector are, let me say, agriculture, entrepreneur, and farmers. But if we widen our gaze and we look at a new profession linked to sustainable agriculture and in particular to nature-based solution, we should list a very different profession. I will say just for example, garden tutor, agri-wellness, educational farmer, agricultural expert, of course, but also agri-chef, botanist, organic farmer, digital breeder, environmental chemist, community agency, and many, many others. So, if you want to achieve long-term sustainability transformation, nature-based solutions need to be inclusive, locally embedded, and bringing on board not just different knowledge, but also different ethos that shape our relation with place and nature. To scale up this front-runner experience, we need to recognize the existing nature-based professional skill gaps in order to recommend capacity building work and to boost successful NBS implementation at different scale and in different contexts. To do so, we need to learn from practitioners, researchers, engaged citizens also that are testing and should share their experience, their recommendation in order to propose, for example, the new training path or direction for curriculum change. In today's webinar, we will explore new ways to address this challenge. Firstly, throughout a series of presentations, followed by a Q&A and a discussion session, where we will be open the floor to all our attendees and get involved in the discussion. Let me now present our speakers of today. The first one is Cristina Susan, who will introduce us to the next Agri-Urban Coalition. Cristina is an advisor for the municipality of Milan, in particular for the food policy office, and she works as a communication officer. Next Agri is a follow-up of the Urban Innovation Action Open Agri, which is focused on promoting services for creating new jobs, skills, and startup in the agri-food sector. Then we will have Laura Gioioso Losada, who will tell us about Orte Coruña, which is an experience born in A Coruña, which is one of the Connecting Nature city partner. And she is animating urban gardeners for schools, kindergarteners, and others. Laura is a working mother with 3 children, and throughout an employment course from A Coruña city, she has become a professional, creating the company Orte Coruña. Then will be the turn of Manuela De Meo. Manuela is an actor. She led the theatrical farm Cementerie Artistiche based here in Bologna, where seeds and communities grow. Manuela is also a dramaturg, an artistic director of this agriculture center and theater company. She graduated at the Scuola d'Arte Drammatica Paolo Grassi in Milan, and she works with many different directors and companies. In particular, since 2012, she works in Italy and Argentina with Binefield Teatro Ensemble company. Then, last but not least, we have Francesca Ferrero, which is our colleague from the Metropolitan City of Bologna. And in particular, she will introduce the Sesame training opportunities for students and policymakers. Francesca is a well-experienced officer here with a rich background on cooperation programs. Before dive into their presentation, we would like to introduce you another Menti pool. And with this new pool, we would like to explore whatever you identify and share this challenge. So the link is now in the chat, and the question for you is, do you recognize the need of new skills and competence to scale up nature-based solution? We have already some answer, and the majority is for yes. It's interesting also to see that someone is answering no. Around half of the participants had already answered. I will say again that the majority is for yes. Okay, maybe I would now leave the floor to Cristina.
Hi, everybody. Hello. Thank you very much for this invitation. I'm very happy to be here and to share the experience of the city of Milan together with this audience and with the other experts. I think that someone has the microphone. Okay. Okay, I will try to share my screen, so tell me if you see it correctly. Okay. Okay. So as Valeria was saying before, I am the project manager of the Next Agri project, which is a follow-up project of the WIA mechanism, and is a follow-up of the Open Agri project. Before going directly to that experience and to this project, I just would like to give you some information about the Milan food policy. As also Valeria was saying before, I am part of the Milan Food Policy Office since 2019, and I'm dealing with communication, but also with projects particularly on education on food and school meals and many other projects that the municipality is running in the field of food. So the Milan food policy, born in 2015 as a legacy of Expo, and these are all the elements that the municipality consider in order to set up a food policy, making some questions and analyzing all the different stages of the food system that needs to be analyzed in order to propose correct answers, reply, and also objectives. We have, the municipality has developed 5 priorities that are access to healthy food for all, sustainable food production, food education and awareness, food losses and waste management, scientific research promotion. And these, I put here some of the actions that have been already implemented. We are in 2022, so it's more or less 7 years that the city is running this policy, and many things have been achieved, and in many fields we have done some of the action. Particularly, I just would like to present you 3 of them. So the one is the school canteens. So focus and work on school canteens because we have a very big number of meals served per day. We have a public company that is a service provider. So with them, we are working on the definition of sustainable and healthy menus in order to promote sustainability, but also healthy diets. Secondly, we are working a lot on food waste, and probably some of you have seen that we received the Herschot Prize this year from the Duke of Cambridge for this experience that is a local food waste hub where we collect food from the supermarkets in the neighborhood, and then we redistribute it to people in need through the involvement of charities and local organizations. So we identify one place, one organization, and then we collect the food from the supermarkets nearby, and then we redistribute that to the beneficiaries locally in order to keep this process very local and also to involve a lot the community. Last but not least, and it's the issue of today, is the Milan Agricultural District, is the field of agriculture, and Milan is part of the ACUST, that is a territorial agreement with the regional authority, also the metropolitan city area, and other agricultural districts, and we planned with them some activities related to agriculture. One of that was this Matra Alimenta Urbes, that was one of the main projects that we did since 2019, where we tried to develop 19 local food supply chain and to connect this supply chain with the local food procurement, and particularly to the school canteens. This process gave us the opportunity to develop some strategies and to involve a lot of municipalities around the Milan area, so in the peri-urban area, promote the connection among the urban area and the rural area, and also with some of the farmers that are working there, and they are trying to promote organic food, but also other type of local food that can be connected to the school supply chain. So this is very shortly a presentation of the actors that are involved in this food policy together with the city of Milan. So there are the in-house companies or service provider, but also many other organizations, public, private, and third sector organization. This is because in this year, it has been very important for us to try to connect all sectors in many of the activities, and particularly also the one related to the agricultural. Nextagri, where Nextagri comes from? It comes from this UIA transfer mechanism that is a very important chance promoted by the European Commission in order to promote innovative action at urban level. So we started from a place. I just go through to show you this place. Okay. This is the area where this process, Open Agri, started with the renovation of these farms, and with the idea of creating here a hub for the development of food knowledge and also food startups. So we renovated, and now the farm is like this, and we are now trying to design the new role and the new functions that can be brought inside here. And it is within the South Park of Milan. One of these activities is the aquaponic, for instance. So we establish one of these, you see, plant here in order to promote a startup activity on aquaponic here in Milan. Just going back very shortly. Okay, so Open Agri has some objectives. One is new urban economies and peri-urban agriculture, urban regeneration, so try to connect the urban area and also the rural one, but promoting environmental sustainability and also the regeneration of the territory, and urban food system sustainability. What I put here are also the various area of the municipality that were involved in that process and that are involved now in Next Agri. So urban planning, the Milan food policy, the circular economy issue, and also innovation and business support. The approach was to improve entrepreneurship by fostering new innovative firms and projects. And we did that through the publishing of calls, open calls for local firms or startup in order to promote some projects and also to participate to training programs in order to develop ideas on urban agriculture. So this is the main idea. So job and skill training and promotion on the community and area based, and that gave you opportunity to talk about an Open Agri field. What is Next Agri? Next Agri as a main objective of transferring this knowledge to other cities in Europe. And I think that this opportunity is very important also because many other cities are now working at urban level at the creation of food policies, but it's not always easy to define and identify where to start. So with this project, Open Agri, the city of Milan and also other partners decided to start a new pathways, starting from a place, and from that place try to create an environment that can be linked to food and to the promotion of activities related to food entrepreneurship. These cities are Vilanova de Gaia, Stara Zagora in Bulgaria, and Almere in the Netherlands. I'm just going to the end. This Next Agri project has three main pillars and three main modules that want to share with other cities. So it's the food policy idea. So thinking about a territory and the urban perspective of food, creating a food policy and a resilient and integrating urban development. So the main idea is that having in mind that the development of a food policy can help in identify a lot of actions in several fields of action and intervention, as I said before, and particularly in this link, promoting this link among urban and rural areas. So as I put here, it's very important to develop some policy instruments that can favor and promote and facilitate the process also of these new skills, probably in agriculture. So promoting interinstitutional cooperation, integrating economic activity, and support short supply food supply chain. The second one is innovation. So the second keyword was innovation. So try to understand and focus on a bottom-up enterprises approach. Try to design some open call, looking at the new ideas in peri-urban agriculture and cross-cutting collaboration among people and experiences. So this project will try also to develop with the other cities some methodologies on how to involve different stakeholders in the definition of a project like that. The third one is education. So how can training program can positively impact the local context and also involve local actors in the definition of specific skills, particularly related to the agri-food sector. So this Next Agri project will give us the opportunity also to focus on this, the specific situation of each city, also because some of them are very linked to the agricultural fields. And so it's very important to identify how to train them to this new perspective. So I was quick, it was quick, but I tried to give you an overview of some of the ideas and the implementation projects that we are running. More information on our website or on the Urbact Next Agri website. If you have questions, I'm here. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Cristina. Really interesting, all the initiative you are carrying on there in Milan. If you don't mind, I have a question for you. I wonder if you should say something more about the open calls and the training programs already established in Milan, and which were the feedback from participants.
Yeah. Well, the Open Agri project tried to involve the local actors with this open call, and they were planned on a specific issue, and the participation was quite good, depending on the issue. If you want, I can send you the examples, maybe, so you can share it with the partners. And yes, they were related on especially on some activities for startups, for instance, on bread, like activities like bread, I don't know the words in English actually, like bread preparation. So they were related to specific activities on specific field of action in terms of retails also. And for instance, the one on bread, and the training program were indeed dedicated to cuisine, so to chef, and to other type of skills that can be developed within the food sector. And they have been participated and organized also within with the community, the local community, and also with other projects that were ongoing on site. So it's very important also to map what is going on at local level in that particular area that we want to act.
Yeah, I completely agree with you that working on the ground, working with local stakeholders and with the point of strength of the territory is really, really important. Thank you again, Cristina. Now is the turn of Laura from A Coruña. Before leaving here the floor, I would ask Antonio also to join us. Antonio is our colleague working for the city of A Coruña, which is also partner of Connecting Nature project, and he will introduce Laura and make for us the connection of the work within the project. So Antonio, the floor is yours.
I have a question.
Thank you very much, Valeria. Well, my name is Antonio Prieto, and I'm a project officer at the Coruña City Council in Spain. And we are one of the partner cities of the Connect United project. And within this project, each of the cities are developing our own nature-based solution exemplar. And in A Coruña, we have been working with urban agriculture, creating an urban gardens network, working with different stakeholders, but also engaging different municipal departments. As part of this joint effort, the employment department created a training course, a professional training course on urban agriculture. And some of the trainees of the course have created their own nature-based enterprises. And I'm very happy to introduce Laura Galloso, who is one of these successful entrepreneurs. She has a background on social education. She had previously run her own restaurant business. She's also a professional wine taster. But today she will share with us her valuable experience with her new enterprise on urban gardening, Horta Coruña. So Laura, the floor is yours. I will just share with you the presentation.
Hello, my name is Laura Galloso. First of all, greet of the people who are connected and thank you for your attention. I would like to warmly thank Connecting Nature for giving me this wonderful opportunity to show what we are doing in A Coruña. A Coruña, first I want to show you where we are with the city of A Coruña. A Coruña is a city of municipality in the northwest of Galicia, based by the Atlantic Ocean in the Rías Altas. A Coruña stands on TGP Peninsula, have several kilometers of beaches in the heart of the city and bordered by the longest promenade in Europe. It's nice. History, the city is dominated by Tower of Hercules, created for Romans in 1st century, and villages and navigation lighthouse, and which is still in operation today. And its heroine is Maria Pita, who is in 1589 fought in the war of the English. She went onto the fight shouting, "Whoever has honor, follow me." In A Coruña, by tradition, we were a city of fishermen, farmers, and merchants. We are hardworking people, and today, among many things, it is the cradle of global textile firm Inditex. In A Coruña, there are quite a few green areas throughout the municipality, with parks and outdoor leisure areas, and there are currently 6 urban garden parks. It is with an urban garden that the story of Horta Coruña begins. With an urban garden, little knowledge of agriculture, and a time in my life when was studying a course from a city council of A Coruña for the monotone and urban garden and school children affairs. Wow, 1,000 hours course, what we learned. And what we learned was what is organic farming and what is based on, to plan and design a garden with its terraces in SketchUp, and to make budgets and invoice, to build, to plant using to crop association and rotation, the phytosanitary treatments that are used in Ecological, and I love this. orchard activity with the students. It's a word very nice for me. After the course, I had the opportunity to travel to Thessaloniki in Greece, hand in hand with Urban, to learn about the urban gardens and the projects of the participants. In this image, excuse me, Antonio, you can go back, okay. In this photo, a garden in Thessaloniki. The next photo is we were a group, all group, the old cities. And in the other photo, we expose our projects, our works. Yes. I became an entrepreneur. And after the course, with a lot of effort and courage, I created my own job, putting in practice everything I had learned. The next video, 2 minutes ago, or more or less. The video has music, but I don't hear the music. But it's well that. We can to see from zero is a school. Put the clean, all clean. Put the hierbas, the wood. Will the plot, put the irrigation. Is a artist work bar in the wood, the name of birds. And then we planted with students. We see the plot and the students, irrigation. I apologize, my regular English, sorry. I tried. I love the viticulture too. We put wine no, bueno, in the school. Today, today we are working in several education centers, primary, children school, secondary. Now I'm going to show you the presentation that we give our clients. This is we create, maintain, and carry out activity on gardens. Horta Coruña, we dedicate ourselves to the creation, management, and develop of ecological garden in educational center to turn them into a valuable didactic tool. does an organical vegetal garden bring to school children? Bring to the countryside closer to the urban spaces, assume responsibilities, promote healthy eating habits, encourage teamwork, develops curiosity and scientific interest, promotes respect for nature and recycling. We custom the garden according to the conditions of each center, rising beaches, cultivation tables, vertical gardens. We work on exciting orchards, assess their location and prescription to improve them. We offer regular education activities to develop in the garden with our professional monitoring staff. In this photo, excuse me, Antonio, go on, please. In this photo down, we can see before is a small photo, but we can see before and after the orchard. Next. And how do we do it? Commission of the school garden and installation of the elements of the garden, benches of cultivation tables, substrators, irrigation, crops, weekly visit to monitor and review the state of the orchard, weekly didactic united perspective to the orchard, periodic playful and educational activity made at the school children, fun in the vegetable garden. And what is a school garden? The ecological school garden is a practical classroom from the everyman where children learn and experience the efforts and rewards by obtaining products from the land. The children were very exciting with obtain the vegetables. Horta Coruña, it's formed for professionals with degree in agroecology. It was worked out of the concept to promote in environment sustainability and rural approach to urban school children, excuse me, and to promote health with a good natural and ecological diet. Healthy kids, healthy adults. And then this is the final. Thank you very much. If you has a
Thanks
question.
to you, Laura. Thank you very much. We are running a bit late, but while Manuela is preparing, I would like to forward you a question we received from Rosin in the chat. She's commenting that the benefit to school children are so important, and she would like also to know if you teach to the children how to save seed too.
Can you repeat how?
She would like to say if you teach to your children how to save seed.
How to save? I don't
Laura, I translate for you. ¿Cómo conservar las
Thank you, Antonio.
semillas?
¿Cómo conservar?
Las semillas.
Ah, okay. At the moment, we are a little time in the work and the seeds we buy, and we have a space in the school. In all the school we work where to a moment.
If you want, you can say in Spanish, and maybe Antonio will help us with the translation.
Ah, ok. Pues en todos los colegios donde guardamos las herramientas y guardamos todos los materiales, tenemos también, nuevamente suelen ser espacios de los colegios donde hay oscuridad y la temperatura no fluctúa, como, bueno, sitios secos donde, por ejemplo, está la sala de la caldera. Y entonces mantenemos las semillas que vamos recogiendo, sí que es verdad, en un tupper las guardamos en sobres de papel para evitar la humedad.
So they keep the seeds that they collect, and they store them in the schools, in dark places, in dry places, together with children, and try to keep them for the time for them to be planted again.
Thank you, Antonio.
Thank you very much. And we are 10 minutes to 6, so I would ask Manuela to start if she is ready.
Yes, I am. Thank you. So I'll start quickly. I share my screen, and thank you for inviting me. And maybe I have a kind of different presentation. So until now, we saw projects that bring agriculture in urban environment. We do the opposite. We bring some normally considered urban activities in a farm, because our project, Cementerie Artistiche, have two different nature, a theater company and a cultural space. As a theater company, we create, produce, and sell theatrical production. And as a cultural space, we organize a theater summer festival, workshop and residences for artists, and we host social and local projects. Let me show you a quick video presentation that can give you an idea of our space. We are based on a farm near Bologna, in Crevalcore, precisely, a little town. Okay. I take the audio off because it's in Italian, but I'll tell you while we see. This is a nice view of the straw theater that we built for the festival. And this is he is Pietro, who runs the project with me. And this is our space, an indoor theater and a house in where we can host our the artists. This is the farm. So all the fields all around belongs to the farm. Here I am in the theater, and those images are taken during the summer festival. And we try to use for our performance all the different space that there's in the farm. So not just in the theater, but also in the patios and the other open spaces. And yes, it's our creative home, but we like to share with other artists and bring here some project that normally will not be in a place like this. We always say the center is in another part. This is the indoor theater where we can work in winter time. And this is always some images from the festival in the summer. This is during the day, so there's not many people because the festival is during the night, but to see the space, it was necessary to have some light. Okay. So this is our space, and someone can say how we decide to start a project like this here, because I let you see the map. No, okay. This is Bologna, and we are there. So not so close, not so far, but not so close either. And this is Crevalcore, the town, and we are there. So in the middle of the fields. And our story is quite peculiar because all the project starts with an earthquake in 2012 that damaged part of the structures of the farm, but also opened the possibility to receive European funds for reconstruction. The farm from the late 70s to the early 2000s was a leader in agrarian genetic research, developing and producing seeds and new seeds varieties. This is where we take our name, Cementerie Artistiche, that means the artistic seed factory. But during the years preceding the earthquake, the farm's focus had changed and their space, the space requirements decreased. So metaphorically, the earthquake created the space for us to insert something different in the traditional existence of the farm. This is the farm, and this is the hole that the earthquake made there. This is the inside old structure, and this is the theater newborn, and all around was still messy, but then it becomes like this. And so we were able to transform some agricultural warehouses into a theater to host workshops and residencies. Pietro and I, before, as a theater company, we were always looking for spaces to rehearse, and suddenly appeared that incredible possibility to build and design a theater of our own. So now we have the indoor theater and the house that can host up to 18 people. And the Cementerie Artistiche came to life in 2016. And this was the perfect moment for the farm to start evolving into a new phase of its existence. So the space was open to the public for the first time. And this brought new development opportunities for the farm too. So the first project was to convert part of the fields to biological organic production. Later, they started a social vegetable garden, and now they are opening an agriturismo. So the farm and Cementerie Artistiche are two different projects, are separated, but we are in constant dialogue and forward movement. The main activity of Cementerie is the biggest connection with the farm is the Summer Theater Festival. And for the festival, we built as we saw before in the video, the straw theater with the farm's hay. And here we present the shows during 5 weeks. There's another short video that can let you see how we made the theater, that it's different every year, can change the structure. It is arriving or not? Yes. Okay. Maybe my connection is not enough powerful now to. Okay. Tick. Nothing. You have to imagine it.
If you want to share the link, we
Yes.
should post it in the chat and all the people could see it in a second time.
Yes. Now I move on. This is the theater by night with the public and a show inside. And during the festival, we also offer a service of bar and kitchen managed by the Agriturismo. And here they serve the farm's products. So our idea is offering to the public and to the people, not just the experience of the art moment by the theater play, but also an extending experience involving all the environment, the nature, the ambient, and the social community that can live in an evening like that and have a more opening experience to live. This is the summer, but during the year, we host lots of artistic residencies. Theater or dance groups came for a few days or weeks to create new projects. They can live and rehearse in the calm beauty and silence of the countryside. And since the beginning, we have hosted up to 50 residence projects. And some of them were specifically connected to the nature. For example, we see 2 dancers of the project Le Stagioni Invisibili, the Invisible Seasons, by Fabrizio Favale, and is a choreographic research based on the relationship between dancers and landscape. For every different season, fall, winter, spring, summer, they create a specific choreography using different parts of the farm space. So the fields, the warehouses, the silos, the vegetable gardens. And they incorporated the farm space and its implements. For example, the tractor, here are the workers of the farm in the scenery. Another example is the work of Lorenzo Morandini with his La Moa project. And his focus was on different bodies of water. During his time at the Cementeria, he explored the irrigation canals and incorporated them in this dense artistic research. This was the first step of the creation of his new production. And at the end, he was able to present his work in one of our farm space. And finally, we are involved in local social projects in cooperation with other grassroots associations. This year, the project is called Destini Incrociati, Crossed Path. And we are leading 6 different organizations. Each one is offering a workshop according to their fields of work, such earth therapy and psychological support for at-risk women, activities for disabled children, creative writing for immigrants, and graphic recording and video making for teenagers. Cementeria Artistiche is collecting the final material from each workshop and hosting an evening where it will be presented to the public as a cohesive presentation. This will be an opportunity for the participants to share the different experience. Our vision is to be an open sharing space linking arts, culture, and nature. We are always looking for new ways to coexist and share the farm reality with the artistic creative process. Thank you.
Thanks to you, Manuela, and for having shared with us this magic journey. I was really fascinated about our work and to learn how this exchange between a theatrical company and a farm could bring so much innovation, and both of them could grow throughout the others.
Yes, thank you. It's always a goal to survive and finding new ways to exist.
Well, we should move to the last presentation, and then maybe we should have a few minutes for discussion if participant could stay with us longer. Francesca, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Valeria, and thank you also to the previous speakers for their interesting presentation. Okay, since we are running against time, I will quickly share my screen. Just a second. Okay. You see my screen? So let's start. Okay, today I'm presenting like what are the training opportunities which have been developed in the framework of the Erasmus Plus Sesame project. Let's start from the beginning. What's the objective of the Sesame project? Okay, Sesame aims at promoting the deployment of agricultural projects in urban and peri-urban area of the partner countries, of course, through developing innovative training adapted to key players in the sector, taking into account skill-based approach and digital transition challenges. So in order to achieve this goal, what has been done by the consortium? Basically, Sesame projects aims at encouraging entrepreneurship within a group of students attending like agricultural institutes and vet training center providing trainings in agriculture. So in order to support entrepreneurship and promote the development of agriculture projects, a training module about entrepreneurship in urban and peri-urban agriculture was developed. At the same time, so the first target are students. Probably some of the students that attending the project in Bologna are here today. and we welcome all. The second target of the Sesam projects in order to promote urban agriculture and peri-urban agriculture on our territory is to raise awareness of the public services and regional planning executives, so civil servant and elected officials within local authorities, and to provide them information through a training concerning the levels of action which are needed in order to facilitate the development of urban and peri-urban agriculture on a metropolitan scale. So a second training named named Issues and Opportunities for Urban and Peri-urban Agriculture has been developed in the framework of the Sesam project. So, as we can see, within the project, the training is considered as a vector of success for metropolitan agricultural projects. So let's have a look at why. First of all, agricultural institutes and vocational training center providing training in agriculture offer courses for high school students who intend to obtain specific professional training in farm management, but very few schools offer specific teaching units on urban and peri-urban agriculture. Therefore, it was essential to offer transversal training courses providing basic skills in project management, meaning economic models, legislation, financing, how to get financed, how to build a partnership, and of course, communication skills. On the other hand, concerning the second target of training, politicians and technicians of local authority increasingly take into consideration agricultural issues and urban development, but often lack specific knowledge and tools for being able to propose impact measure and therefore promote or support the development of urban agriculture project. Let's focus on the first training. So the first training, as we said before, is aimed at building competencies and skills and is targeting agricultural training center and institutes high school, agricultural institute high school students. We have a couple of pictures of when the training have been implemented. Let's go to the next slide. Indeed, the training have been tested and implemented within different schools, like in Antibes, within the Établissement Public Local d'Enseignement et de Formation Professionnelle Agricole. Antibes is in the south of France, is located in Provence-Alpes-Côte d'Azur. The training has also been implemented in the metropolitan area of Barcelona within the Escola de Capacitació Agrària d'Amposta. And finally, the third schools, agricultural institute running this training, he's based in Bologna and is the Istituto di Istruzione Superiore Arrigo Serpieri. We also have a video to play. I will play just a little bit of that. Okay, sorry.
Scusate, no.
Okay, actually the video.
Yeah, the connection
The
has
video.
some problem. Maybe we should share just the link in the chat and going on with the
Sure.
presentation.
I was saying, unfortunately, the video is not on YouTube, so I cannot send you this link, but let's proceed with the presentation. So, here we are. Okay, so as I said, the training was tested in 3 different high schools, but it took a bit a different shape depending on the specific training on the specific let's say offer, like a teaching offer that the 3 institutes were providing to their students already. So let's provide you an example of what have been done in Bologna. In Bologna, basically 3 modules have been developed and implemented, like urban agriculture 20 hours, aquaponic 20 hours, and zootechnic yard 10 hours. The idea is to spread the training modules. Of course, like as I said, the modules were implemented and tested. Like the results of this evaluation have been used in order to produce the last version of the training, which is now in his final version, spread within vocational training center at the regional level and later on at national and European level. Let's go to the second training. As I said, the second training is instead targeting civil servant and elected official work within local authorities. The training aims at raising awareness and fostering shared knowledge about issues and opportunities of metropolitan agriculture. Of course, agricultural projects require a diversity of skills and knowledge to be able to fit sustainably into the urban landscape. So we can understand metropolitan agriculture as a meeting point for different disciplines and professions. For example, agronomy, environment and ecology, urban development, business development, distribution and logistics, business management, distribution and logistics, social inclusion, social, cultural, and entertainment. On the other way around, we can also see that from the ideation to the implementation of urban and peri-urban agricultural project, several services from different local authorities are normally mobilized. So we have environmental services, communication services, information system, water and infrastructure, legal services, urban planning, social cohesion, and of course, policy making. Therefore, in order to facilitate the development and the succeed of agricultural projects in urban and peri-urban area, like as we said before, technician and elected official need to be made aware about what are the challenges of urban and peri-urban agriculture, as well as its opportunities, barriers, and those difficulties that like a promoter or a project manager running an agriculture project in urban area can meet. So let's have a look to what are the objectives of the training. Of course, raising awareness about the levels of action aimed at facilitating the development of agriculture in urban and peri-urban context. He identified the different type of urban and peri-urban agriculture, what are the benefits, the ecosystem services, the obstacles and the limit, raising awareness about existing good practices in Europe and behind, foster the acquisition of shared knowledge about urban and peri-urban agriculture, and promoting transversal work within a community. The training has been tested in 3 metropolitan town by more than 100 civil servant and technician. It is composed, like the training module, challenges and opportunities of urban and peri-urban agriculture, is, as I said, is available in French, Italian, and Catalan, and is composed of 5 micro-learning training modules. Each module includes a 5 minutes video, an in-depth booklet illustrated with example of local initiative and a self-assessment questionnaire. We will provide you the link to access the training. These images describes what you will find when opening the website where the training are available. And you will always have, as we said, a short video, like a booklet, and then in the little button at the end, there is the opportunity for self-assessment. As I mentioned earlier, the training was tested and evaluated in the partner territories of the Sesam projects at the beginning of 2021 by more than 100 local public stakeholders. The metropolitan cities of Barcelona, Bologna, and Marseille were involved for testing the micro-learning training, evaluating them, and based on these evaluations, the final version of the training has been developed. This is the last slide. For the references developed within the Interreg Med-Madre project and concerning metropolitan agriculture in the framework of nature-based solution for sustainable cities are provided below. Specifically, you can find this book, which is titled Metropolitan Agriculture and Nature-Based Solution, the book of the Madre project. Madre Best Practice Catalog is containing good practices identified in the 6 metropolitan area participating into the Madre project. And finally, the Urban Agriculture Best Practice Platform, which aims to connect the actors involved in metropolitan agriculture and food system within the Mediterranean area. I thank you very much for your attention. You can find, I guess my colleague in the chat already posted, the project website, mainly like the where to find, where to retrieve this micro-learning training, challenges and opportunities of urban and peri-urban agriculture for technician and elected official. I say again, it is available in Italian, in French, and in Catalan at the moment. And it is free to access, and we thank you if you want also to spread this link within your network. Finally, the last link is the Sesam project page, which we have within the Metropolitan City of Bologna website dedicated to European projects. Finally, you have our contacts. Thank you again.
Thank you very much, Francesca, and thank you to all today's speakers for their great contribution, and also to the audience that it is still there with us. It is 25 minutes past 6, so we are a bit late. Sorry, and thank you for your patience. I don't know if there are questions coming in the chat, some new questions. I can't see them for now.
We had one question, I think for Christina at the beginning, which was, can one access such training, especially on innovation in Germany here?
Yeah, I read the questions. Unfortunately, no, because they were on site. Because fortunately, the Open Agri project was ongoing before COVID, so all the trainings were doing in place on site. So all the trainings have been done directly with the people. And the one that was mentioned before was on bakery. Sorry, I couldn't find the word at that moment, but was on bakery. I just put here some of the videos that came out from that project. Sorry, I posted just to Valeria, maybe you can share it with all. And these are some videos where there are interviews to the different peoples that participated to this first Open Agri project. So there is this, there's a firm, a startup, this bakery, this person that with organic wheat and try to make some, you know, a startup on baking products in that area. So you can find all that video there, and they are translated in English, so you can see all the information there. But the training, unfortunately, are not online.
Then we also ask to Manuela when is the festival, and she answered already this summer. I will start on the 8th of July until the 6th of August. Thank you.
Yes, it's right. So, and you can find all the information on our website is cementerieartistiche.it, and our Facebook pages and Instagram and all the social network.
Thank you, Manuela. As there are no new questions in the chat, I would close here. Thanks all for tuning in, and please look at the Connecting Nature web platform for future webinars coming. And if you would like also to be with us lively, during April, there will be a roadshow and a summit in Genk. You will have also the opportunity for apply for a pitch competition, which will be at the end of March. And for all the details, see the event page in the platform. Hoping that today's webinar have brought to you something new. Thank you again, and have a nice afternoon. Bye-bye.
Thank you, bye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lara.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, bye.
To meet you.